Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have really cool new instrument cluster display to share with you. So this is the 5-inch instrument cluster display for Tesla Model Y and Model 3. So today I'll be installing this instrument cluster display in my 2023 Tesla Model Y long range, and this display will sit on the steering wheel column, as you can see, and the installation should be a lot easier than their previous display. So today I'll show you what comes in the box and then the whole installation process, which should take less than 45 minutes to install, and then I'll show you all the function, what it can do. Last but not least, I'll show you how it looks in my Tesla Model Y. Oh, for those of you that's new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Now let's go. As many of you may know, I love the look of carbon fiber interior and exterior of my Tesla Model 3, and I finally found this really cool and awesome carbon fiber slim wallet from Simply Carbon Fiber. This awesome and really cool wallet is actually made from a high quality real carbon fiber, and it fits perfectly with the interior of my Tesla Model 3. It's functional and it's really slim. As you can see here, I put 6 cards in here, and I can just push it out, fan out the cards, and pick the one I want to use. And in the back also has the clip for the cash, so I can put cash in here. And I love the slim design because I can fit in my front pocket. Simply Carbon Fibers also offers many more accessories like watches, sunglasses, or phone cases, and many more. So if you are interested, I'll put the link in the description down below, or you can go to simplycarbonfiber.com/DTC, and don't forget to use special discount code DTC10 for that extra 10% off. Thank you so much, Simply Carbon Fiber, for sponsoring this video. Now let's go and open that new display. Let's see what comes in the box of this brand new 5-inch instrument cluster display from Hancho. So these came in the box. So display itself, the wire harness, and the instruction manual. Let me show you the wire harness first. So this is probably the most complicated part of this display unit. So finally, Hancho came out with a really easy and simple installation for this display. Before the previous display, you have to connect it to the main MCU, but this one much easier to install because you don't have to connect to the main MCU anymore, because it's really small and tight space to plug and unplug under the glove box. So right now this is the new connections for all the new cars from 2021 and up. I believe both Model 3 and Model Y. So this will connect to the side door passenger seat. I will show you in the installation later, and you will see it's much easier to install compared to the previous versions on the MCU unit. But if you have an older car, wire harness also include the old MCU pass-through plug. Alright, let me show you the display real quick. So this is the actual display that you will install on the steering wheel column. Let me show you the comparisons between the previous version 4.5 or 4-inch display. This is the previous 4-inch display version, and this is the 5-inch newer version. So it's quite taller. It's like half an inch taller. The width is pretty much the same, but the height is much taller, so it has more screen space to display, and it also has a lot more functions than the previous version. Right now we saw everything that came in this box. Now let's go and install it in my 2023 Tesla Model Y. I got this new 5-inch instrument cluster display from Hancho or HAutoPart.com. As you can see here, it's compatible with both Model 3 and Model Y. Also, both computer systems, AMD version, which is a new one, and Intel version. So if you are interested in getting this 5-inch instrument cluster display, you can use special discount code DAD to get that extra 15% off, so the total would come out to be $215. Now let's go back to the installation. So before we start the installation, there are a few things you need for this installation. There are no screws involved at all in this installation, so you need these plastic removal tools. I got these from Amazon.com. I will put the link in the description down below. Also, this masking tape or painter tapes. So these you will need in the installation. Now let's go install it. Okay, before we start the installation, make sure you move the passenger seat all the way back and then remove any carpet or format you have in the front passenger seat. After that, we will remove this panel first, then this panel, and then this one right here on the side. So these are really simple and really easy to remove. All you need is that trim removal tools that I mentioned before, and you also need to remove this panel right here on the driver's side, because we will have to lift this whole dashboard up so we can install on the steering wheel column right here. Okay, let's adjust the steering wheel first. So make sure it's all the way out, because we have to take this panel off and replace with the new one with display on it. And then after you're done with that, let's power off the car just for safety. So just go to safety and then turn off your car. Okay, first let's remove this panel first. So just use one of these plastic removal tools or the trim removal tools, and you just pop it open. There you go. So it's all plastic clips in here, as you can see. Then after that, we remove this panel right here. You don't even need anything to remove. Just pop 1, 2, and then pull it upward this way. There you go. So there's one clip here, and this will insert down. That's why I told you to remove upward, and that's it. And then we'll remove this part. Okay, for the side panel, there's one plastic clip inside here. So you use one of these tools, or if you have a plastic one, you can use plastic one too. There's no screw at all, so this whole installation process is pretty much all the plastic clips. No screws, that's it. And you just take it out. There. So there's one more clip inside, right here on the inside. We'll show you later after I remove this panel. Okay, to remove this panel, after that clip came out, so just pull it there, and then pull it up the bottom piece. There's no screw at all, you can just pull it up. That's it. So this whole piece will come out. Let's remove that one panel on the driver's side. Okay, so same thing, we just use one of these tools, pop it open. Then now we should be able to remove this whole dashboard up. Again, it's the same here on the dashboard. There's no screw at all. This is all clips inside. So just try to lift up on the driver's side like that. Now we just try to lift it on the passenger side. Same thing, we just hold it right here and then lift it up. Then the whole thing will come out. So this is all one piece, the wood and the plastic right here. So just leave it open, and then you can remove this whole piece out. Now we have to remove this steering wheel column. So there are two plastic clips, one here and one right here. So we are going to use these tools again. Just remove this clip first. Just be gentle, so make sure you don't break anything there. So when it popped out, you should be able to remove the whole clip out there. And just remove another one. That's it. So this whole thing will come out. So make sure you save these two. You have to put these back in again. Now let's remove the steering wheel column. So the trick is try to get it from here first and then keep moving outward to here. So you just use the plastic removal tools. Make sure it's plastic so it doesn't damage the plastic here. So just try to go in here first on the inside. There, see the inside's open, and there's one clip right here just popped out, as you can see, and then there's one more right here. So it's the same on the top part. Just needs a little help to get this one open. There. So just get in and then twist. Then this one should pop out. Same thing on the other side. There you go. That's it. So this whole steering wheel column will come out. Okay, after removing the steering wheel columns, one more thing you need to do is that you need to take this part, the leather, a vegan leather part from the OEM, and then put it on the one with the display on. So this like a little clips in the back. You just have to pinch it, pinch this, that's it, and then just a clip right here. So move that up there, and same thing on the other side. Just lift it up there in case you remove the whole thing. Keep this with you in the box so we can, in case you want to sell the car or you want to change it, you can do that. So same thing here, just pop it in. There. So this one is ready to be installed on the steering wheel columns, but I won't install it yet. I will plug in the cable and then test it first, make sure it works, then I'll install it in. Before I continue and try to plug these in, make sure it's off again, because as you get in and out of the car, you will turn the car on. So make sure that's off again, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so there's one more plastic clip right here that we have to remove because we have to open this part up just a little. We're not gonna remove this whole thing out, so we just need to use the same tool again. Remove that plastic clip. There you go, really simple. Save the clip, and then let me open and show you what we need to access. Okay, so all we need to access underneath side panel right here, it's just that blue female plug, as you can see here, because we are going to plug this one in there to get the data to the display. So there are two plugs that you have to plug in here. So the blue one here, make sure the label, it says AMD for the newer car version, and this like white small plug, and it said AMD here, as you can see. So this white one, we will have to plug it in right down here. So this is where the display will get the power from. So this will be passed through for the power, and the blue one will be access to the data of the car. So taking the data of the car to the display, pretty much. So this one has no pass through. We just plug in over there and then get the data out. So just unclip the white clip right here on the top. Just a little lock, and you just pull it up there, and then just plug in the pass through for the power. You push all the way in, and then plug this male from the car into the pass through for from and show display there. Now we should be able to get the power from there. And now let's plug in the blue plug. So now we just need to try to plug it in, that blue plug on the inside. This one should be straightforward. There you go, just like that. Now we should be able to get the data and the power. Okay, so I turned the car back on, we should get the power back. So let's plug it in. This is the plug from the display. Okay, there you go. As you can see, it's working right now. So there's a starting animation. Here we go. Looks really cool. Alright, now I will unplug it and then run the wire and then put everything back in. It looks really good so far. So before I close this panel back, let's run the wire. So I would try to tidy up and then push these two wires up. So all the access wire, I just tied it all together and then put in the slot right here. So hopefully it's not in the way of the panel when I put it in. Okay, so when you put this panel back in, make sure you open up the rubber seal there and then try to push it back to where it was before. Remember, these are plastic clips, so you can use this to help open up the rubber seal back. And make sure all the rubber seals cover back in place. And then we have to tape up that masking tape I mentioned earlier on here. And then we have to install the display over there. Okay, so just prepare a few strips of the masking tape. So the reason I'm doing this because I want to make sure when I put the dashboard back in place, the cable doesn't get in the way of these clips. So easier for me to manage the cable this way. Okay, now let's install the display back on the steering wheel column. So first, plug in first. So make sure this all the way in, and the cable should come out on this side right here on the top. Just do this. Pop, pop, there, 2 pops, same thing here, pop, pop, there you go. Make sure the wire is not in the way, so the wires come out this way. Okay, now let's put the dashboard back in, so just slide it forward first. And then slide back in, pop back in place. Just push it down, don't like smash it. So just press it down. Only these two and then we're done. Alright, the installation is done. Let's see how it looks in my Tesla Model Y. So after I finished the installation, Hansel actually sent me the updated UI for this new unit, so I just changed it right now. As you can see, this is the default UI. So the UI number 1 looks like this. Looks really clean, really similar to Tesla OEM UI. So the speedometer on the right hand side, and then the car status on the left. So when you park the car, this will pop up. So I open the door, it will also show, and speed limit on this side, temperature, the gear selections right here, this is the time, and all the warning lights on the left, and then the state of the battery, this percentage, and the range on the battery. So it's really clean and easy to look at. I actually like this UI much better than the previous one that they put in on this display. Let's go through all the settings real quick. When you want to go to setting, just press and hold on the left hand side of the steering wheels button right here. Just press to the right and hold it, and then this will pop up. So this is where you can set everything: temperature, time zone, and the theme. So basically auto will follow whatever it's here, and then you can select bright, which is the white one, and dark. Alright, and the tire pressure you can change to PSI or bar. I believe this is when the display doesn't function right because of the new update in the car. Then you can come and switch on the can. Right now, just leave it as default, which is 1. You can change to miles or kilometers. And language and format for the clock and the UI. So that's the UI number 1 as we saw. I just changed to dark so we can see what it looks like on the dark mode, and the plaid function. So we can have plaid on or off. I will show you later how that works. Just use this to scroll up and down and left and right to select. And then when you exit, do the same thing. Just turn the knob to the right, then you go back. So this is the dark mode on the display. Looks really cool. Alright, let me show you another UI. So let's change the UI to UI number 2. There you go. So that's what UI number 2 looks like on the dark mode. This is the regular daylight mode. Yeah, looks really clean, similar to the other one. I like the other one better because it looks more OEM. You can't really tell if it's an aftermarket if you don't know. And when it's on the driving mode, I will show you what it does. So this is the top bar right here. Same thing as the bar when you drive on the main screen, which is the power on this side and then region on this side. Alright, let me show you what it looks like when I'm driving the car. Okay, now let's go test drive it and see what it looks like while I'm driving. So now I have the plaid mode on, as you can see. So if you have a plaid mode on, when you start the car, the first few seconds will be plaid, but after that we'll just change. I like this UI the most. It's really clean, really easy to see the speedometer and everything else. As you can see, when I activated autopilot, the lane on the car right here on the left become blue line. So you know the autopilot is activated by just looking at this display. So you don't have to look here to see if the autopilot is activated or not. So the blue line and the blue steering wheel is right here too. So I love this extra function compared to the previous display didn't have. And then it's warning here, and it also has the blue warning on the top here. There you go, you can see the blue warning. Okay, now let's taste the plaid mode. So basically when you have the plaid mode on, when you come to the stop, and the first few seconds will be all plaid mode until probably the second 7, then it changes back to regular display. Alright, now let's test it. As you can see, now it's plaid. Now it's back to regular display. It's pretty cool extra function that they added to this display. Okay, let's see what it looks like in the dark mode on this UI. Okay, now let's try the second UI. Alright, so that's the second UI. So this one has a little bit more of the information on the display, but I still can see everything clear. So I always have, for this one, I always have that PSI on the tire pressure all the time. But you won't see the image of the car or the lane when you activate the autopilot like the other UI. Now let's change it to night mode. So this is the night mode or dark mode. Still looks really clean and really easy to see the speedometer and all the information in front. So this is probably one of my favorite instrument cluster displays so far. Now it's bigger than the previous one and it shows all the information that you need on the display, and the installation was really simple compared to the rest of the displays. That's probably my favorite part. You don't have to connect to that main MCU unit, and one more important thing is that it doesn't block the AC vent at all. Alright, thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I'll make sure to put the link of this display in the description down below, also special discount code for you, and don't forget to click like if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe for future contents like this, and then don't forget to check out the new merch just right below this video. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.